Right then, Gunther versus Pat McAfee's official for WWE Backlash 2025 next weekend. This is an interesting one in my opinion. Obviously, Gunther's gone from being a world champion to going to face a commentator, Pat McAfee. Well, he's not really a commentator. He's a massive, massive, massive star overall. But I actually don't mind this. I'm actually quite looking forward to this. Pat McAfee's a very good wrestler, to be honest with you. Always been in a good match ever since we've seen him. So I look forward to it. I feel like it's an interesting side quest feud for Gunther after losing the title. But I don't mind it. I think there's something there. There's chemistry there between the two. Obviously, last week, Gunther brutally beat him up and then got suspended. Pat McAfee then called him out for Backlash last night on Raw. So, this is happening now. And I think it's going to be a good match. I mean, look, I've seen people saying, oh, Gunther can't afford to lose this. He's got to, squash him here. Look, Gunther can't afford to lose this. I agree. Gunther's got to win this match, in my opinion. Gunther's got to win. But I want to see Pat McAfee have a good showing, though. He's good. He's entertaining. Let's see Pat McAfee have a good showing in this match. I mean, look, as long as Gunther wins, it is all fine. He does not need to squash Pat McAfee. Ideally, though, I would like to see Gunther put Pat McAfee to sleep in the chokehold. That's what I think's got to happen in this match. But Pat McAfee, in my opinion, has got to have moments. You can't have someone talking on commentary after getting buried. You can't do that to Pat McAfee. Let him do his thing in this match. Let him have a good showing. He's entertaining. He's got an entertaining personality. He can build up a match well. He's, good at selling moves. He's very good at, being able to do some bloody incredible moves himself as well. I'm all for this match happening. I'm all for it. I don't think it's a massive problem with this being the feud for Gunther after, after losing the world heavyweight title. I don't think it's a problem at all. As long as we're keeping Gunther active and having him in stories and making him look as dominant as possible, any match for him, in my opinion, is fine. I'm all for this, to be honest with you. I'm excited for this one. There's a good story there to be told. Obviously, it mostly started off on the kickoff show. Gunther always, seems to have a bloody issue with the commentary as well. So, let's see what happens here. To be honest with you, it's an interesting story. I feel like it's a good short feud to do as well. Do it. I don't have a problem with it at all. I've seen people complaining about it, but as long as Gunther wins and Pat McAfee looks good, I'm happy. These two can go on for a good, 15, 20 minutes and put on the match of the night, in my opinion. This is what these two can do. Gunther's very good. Pat McAfee, it's always good to see him wrestle here and there. Let's just see it. Let's see it. Let them give us a good match. No one needs to get squashed. No one needs to get buried, Make them both look as good as you possibly can. That's what needs to happen in this match. Pat McAfee needs to look good because it's it's good for his stock. And, in my opinion, he just has that aura about him, in my opinion, where he needs to look half decent in the match at least. And for Gunther, he's got to win. He's the main star here. He needs to look as dominant as possible. He needs to be all angry ever since he lost the title. Get the rebuild going. Everyone loves Pat McAfee. So everyone's going to be massively behind Pat McAfee in this match as well. He's a massive babyface commentator, as we know. He's a good person to get behind, Pat McAfee is, against Gunther. He's like a lovable guy who people want to root for, people want to cheer for. He's going to get a big pop when he enters the ring. He's going to get a big pop every time he hits a big move. He's going to get a big reaction from the crowd. He's very good at amping up the crowd. He's going to make everyone absolutely despise Gunther even more. He is. So, I don't see why some people out there have a problem with this match. I don't at all. I think it's one where, Gunther's great at what he does, great at getting everyone to hate him. Pat McAfee's great at getting everyone to love him in the matches. So, let's just see it. But I do think, having Gunther make Pat McAfee tap out, that's not going to make him look weak. But if anything, it just put him to sleep. Just put Pat McAfee to sleep. That's what's got to happen here, in my opinion. Look, if Pat McAfee wins via roll-up or something like that, I do see a scenario like that happening. I won't be overly happy. I think the issue is Gunther losing. I think that's what a lot of people are afraid of, that Gunther might lose this match. But I don't think he will. Could he lose it? Yes. I won't be overly surprised. I think he's got to win. I won't be happy if he loses because it just derails him a lot. It really does. And, you're already having a kind of story with Drew McIntyre being the guy who gets unlucky and, being the heel that loses and gets all angry about it. Gunther needs to look as dominant as possible. He was only champion, not too long, going into WrestleMania Night 1. You can't suddenly have him lose the title to Jey Uso, then have him lose to Pat McAfee. People were complaining enough, including myself, about the fact that he tapped out to Jey Uso. That's complaining enough. If he loses to Pat McAfee, there's going to be outrage for the WWE fan. There's going to be absolute outrage. He's got to win, but I want to see Pat McAfee have a good showing as well. That's what's got to happen, in my opinion. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will speak to you all in the next one.